Sociopaths want to kill your grandma, and they want your help. Okay, maybe they aren't going to literally kill her, but they are evidently willing to profit off of her death. Before we get into that, though, I want to take you to Mexico, just for a bit. This is the Zocalo. It's Mexico City's city square. This is where I was on Day of the Dead. The city was swarming with kites that night. It was swarming with men and women and children, with lights of various colors, with giant papier-mâché statues. As I was pulled through the streets that night, I saw various ofrendas, even in fast food restaurants. And I saw portraits of people's relatives, celebrities, pretty much everywhere I looked. The purpose of these photos is to guide these spirits back to the land of the living for the night of the celebration. It takes a philosophically healthy approach to death. We aren't asked to grieve, only to remember and to honor. It's a community experience that unites an entire culture in a celebration of the continuity of life. North of Mexico, we apparently find honoring the dead silly. 9 days after Day of the Dead 2025 ended, Callum Worthy, a man who likely masturbates to himself in front of the mirror, judging by his profile picture on X. I think I'm going to put it there. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's probably going to be there. Callum Worthy posted an ad for his app, Two-Way, that promised to bring back the dead. Except you can't actually do that. The brand is pronounced Two-Way, by the way, although phonetically Two-Y is more likely, which makes complete and total sense because why is this happening? Why must we live in such a universe? If you have too much faith in life, I will post a link in the description below. You've probably seen it already. If you haven't, good for you. Enter at your own risk. The video plays like the opening of a horror movie or the opening of a Black Mirror episode. I'm pretty sure this was a Black Mirror episode. And I have to wonder what the actress thought, because AI generally is going to be the thing that puts her out of a job. A last grasp for a dream while nailing the coffin shut for her fellows. Irony-laden paycheck aside, what we're supposed to feel while watching this advertisement is completely obvious. The creators are doing their best to appeal to our humanity. But Two-Way is inhuman in every sense, literally every sense. Not only is there no soul in these AI avatars, but the company is also targeting the most vulnerable people among us, the most grief-stricken people. This advertisement, backed by gentle piano, is meant to draw tears from our eyes. If I'm crying, it's not because I see the beauty of Two-Way. Because Callum Worthy crawled from the pits of Disney childhood hell. Because this is the future. Because someone else would have done it anyway, right? Right? I am not a bipartisan on this issue. I think Two-Way is disgusting. I think it will be actively damaging. However, it is not pointless. The point is very clear. The point is to extract money and data, which is as good as gold these days, from vulnerable human beings, whether they be people going through the grief process or from children. Let's investigate the website. This is the Two-Way homepage. Callum Worthy, of course, is the main avatar. This app is pitched more widely as a social media platform. Wisely, creating a homunculus grandma is not at the forefront of their advertising. We are instead promised human connection, reimagined. But haven't we already figured out that social media isn't actually all that great of a thing, especially for children? Also, we figured out human connection a long time ago. It happens face to face. It happens when you embarrass yourself. It happens during communal meals. It happens in dimly lit bedrooms and around fires. It happens over drinks and on the street. It happens in real life with real people. Also, no one I know outside of Silicon Valley is very excited about the age of AI. Here, we're told we can chat with icons, learn from legends. We can even create our own digital twins. These are not real icons or legends or twins. These are mere simulacrums, and I really hope I'm saying that word right.
Simulacrum.
Two-way also has an education suite. Here you can talk to Shakespeare about his work, since obviously you will be reading actual Shakespeare. I wonder what this Shakespeare guy wrote. Copy? Investigative journalism? Journalism? This is designed for students, so the founders can capture your child early, funnel them to other parts of the app, and reap a lifetime of subscription money after little Timmy decides he cannot live without Gma. And $20 a month for a lifetime subscription, that's not bad. I don't know why I'm bothering with this whole YouTube thing. Much more profitable ventures out there. And what do they say about the digital twin? They say you can create a hollow avatar who looks and talks like you and even shares the same memories. Really? The same memories? How? That's a pretty bold claim. The AI is not going to remember the pain of a breakup, or that time I got food poisoning in Central Asia, or reading Moby Dick for the first time at sea, which is a really great experience, by the way. All you got to do is you take a little dinghy, row it out to the ocean. Don't need food or water, maybe a little water. Just read Moby Dick. By the time you come back, you will have experienced Moby Dick in the best way. All right, enough of that. There's a dog barking really loud. I really hope that's not in the audio. If it is, the AI is not going to remember any of these things. It's not going to have these memories like you do, because it is a construct. It is not human. It seems ridiculous that this even needs to be pointed out, but apparently it does. A little further down, every interaction feels personable and memorable. Note how it's not every action is personable and memorable. Seems that way, that is, because they aren't. They aren't personable, and I doubt they'll be memorable. Two-way makes me rich, but the founders are going to make money. They are going to infiltrate classrooms, and they are going to get their grubby, manicured hands on your children, and they are going to exacerbate the age of human disconnection. As of recording, it is November 30th. Day of the Dead is over, and I'm still in Mexico, considering how lucky I am to have my grandparents in my life. Grandparents who I try to love actively and earnestly. I'm not going to post a photo of them because I respect their privacy, but I have cute grandparents. Nearly every ounce of virtue I have comes from these wonderful human beings. This is how much virtue I have, by the way, precisely 4 ounces, the virtue. I am who I am because of my grandparents, and I don't know who I would be without them. I'm not going to insult my grandparents' memory by filming them for two-way. I'm not going to attempt artificially to curb my grief by reducing real human beings to pixels on a screen. Human beings who have lived unique lives, lives uniquely unintelligible to a computer program, however sophisticated that program might be. I'm in a city that recently finished celebrating the dead, and I'm doubting that, despite the warning signs, an AI sociopath is going to come and stick a knife in my grandma's back. But if they did, who could blame them? It's just good business. Thank you for watching this video. I sincerely appreciate you making it to the end. If you did enjoy it, consider subscribing. It would really help me out. And if you really want to get involved, consider subscribing to my Substack. I am much more active on there. I write long-form content that I think is probably better for your brain than YouTube videos. And I'm also easier to reach and communicate with on there. I'll put a link to that in the description below. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Great stretch.